Hi, welcome to Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace. I did promise that we were going to have a topic that is quite close to some people's heart, unfortunately. And today's topic is basically centered around relationships in the context of if you were to see your friend's husband or wife out somewhere, maybe at a restaurant or at a gathering, and they were with somebody that you could clearly see that they were in a relationship with, would you go and tell your friend? Now today I have with me my handsome darling son Omar. And the reason why Omar is here is because we were talking a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Two weeks ago, I think. Yeah. And I said to him, we were talking about something, and I said, oh, why don't I talk about this particular topic? Without breaking any confidences, I think something or other had happened, and it just prompted me to think, oh yeah, I mean, I wonder what other people think, because I have quite a fixed view on this issue. And I was saying to Omar that...
I thought you just rang me. I was on my way to work.
I did ring you.
Oh my God,
He always does this little mumsy voice, and my voice is so deep, I think. And I said to Omar that for me, I'm not telling my friend. And I'm not telling my friend not because I'm wicked, but I'm not telling my friend because I won't want to be the person that causes fire in your home. I'm the kind of person that I would deal with the situation. And when I say I would deal with the situation, the only thing I need to know when I see your husband, I won't even be talking to him. I'll be asking the woman, do you know he's married? Because men can lie, and men do lie all the time. I'm not saying all men lie, but yeah, if the cap fits and all that, men do lie. But in all fairness, yeah, men do lie, as women do. But you know, I'll get to a topic that is mainly on women, but this is men and women. But for the purposes of me being a woman, I'm looking at it from my perspective with my friend. I don't have any gay, you know, friends that are married, so I'm looking at it from male, female. So I would ask the woman, do you know that this man is a married man? For her sake, she needs to be answering in the negative. If she answers in the positive, or regardless, I would break it down to her. I would break it down to my friend's husband in such a way my feelings about the situation would be explicitly clear. That does not translate to me taking my iPhone 6 Plus and calling my friend to say, I have just seen your husband with so-and-so. I won't do that. And I won't do that because unless your husband, and this is what I said to you, Omar, but the way I think that unless my friend's husband is somebody who is a philanderer, in which case it doesn't matter me coming to tell you that I've seen your husband do something.
Well, I'm guessing you'll know.
That's just me giving you statistical information because you know that it is. There's nothing new. It's like, oh, it's not Sally, it's Sue, it's whoever. It's irrelevant.
Imagine that conversation. Oh yeah.
So there's no point me doing that. So, but if I know that you essentially have been married to a good man, and people make mistakes, and if you're my friend, then definitely there's a level of information I have about your relationship for me to know that you're currently going through some issues. Likewise, you, my female friend, could be the one having an affair. I'm all about equality. She could be having the affair. But knowing that I know you and maybe the issues that you're having within your marriage that may lead you down that road, would it be fair for somebody to go and run and tell your husband without knowing the finer details of your relationship to say, oh, is, you know, so-and-so, Mary, I saw your wife with another man.
What? But this is what I'm saying though. If I see, like, let's say I go to, like I went to Vapiano's the other day, free advertising. So I went to Vapiano's, yeah. If I went to Vapiano's and I see my friend's man, like yeah, I see my friend's man just chilling with the next person, yeah, best believe I'm going over to that table. I'll sit down. We'll make it a double date.
Okay. Actually, to be honest with you, I can see myself doing something like that.
We'll make it a double date. Like, why not? We'll sit down, discuss it. Like, oh, is this your girlfriend? And she'll obviously be sitting there blushing. Yeah. Like, Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But like, oh, toilet break. And we'll have this finer discussion over there. But I would blatantly say to our dear friend here that yo, straight. If
But would you tell your friend?
of course. Straight off the bat. They're like
Yeah, but you go and tell your friend. But what you... Okay. Here is my issue with that. Most women, we know when our husband or boyfriend are not being faithful. So men, take note. 9 times out of 10, we are 9 times out of 10 we are aware. There are some times where the woman is not quite yet ready to deal with that reality. So sometimes people will bury their head in the sand. There's one thing suspecting. It's quite another thing knowing for a fact that your husband or your boyfriend is philandering.
But then that's what I'm saying. So like, I mean, the way I'm seeing it is, boy, when it all comes down to it, I don't want to be the person that they come up to, like, oh, did you know? And I'm like, yeah, so you didn't tell me. Like, oh.
Yeah, but then if your friend is a good friend, they should know you and they should know the reason why you didn't tell them. Because I had this same conversation where someone said to me that if you really loved me as a friend, that you would have told me. And I said, you can't judge my telling you as a yardstick for the level of love I have for you. It's the level of love I have for you that will make me take a sister out for you. That's the level of love I have for you. And because I want to protect you, be it misguided or however you want to see it, I would want to protect and preserve your home as much as possible.
They wouldn't even look at it like, oh, but you knew, you didn't tell me, you're supposed to be my friend. They do.
Oh, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that, but
I just can't see how, if I see it, and let's say I have a discussion with you, whatever, and I'm like, okay, here's an ultimatum. You can either go and sit down and tell my friend, obviously, this is what's going on, or I can't do it. Either way, someone's being told, because now that I'm aware of it, I don't want you to go back there and go and say, oh, whatever. You might even twist it and say, I even brought a girl.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to have that.
But this is what I'm saying. But when you're dealing with two people's relationships, what two people discuss on the bed, you will never know. And how a man or a woman can manipulate their partner to get them on side, you don't know. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're not careful, you become the spare wheel. And when they decide to reconcile, you're the one that's going to be left out in the cold. Don't get me wrong, there are exceptions. For me, if you are somebody, let's say I know that you're married to a man that beats you, or you're married to a man that is just not right in regards to your kids or whatever, then there's a bigger picture to look at. But if I am seeing you as a man, as my friend who's married to a man that you've been married to him for 10 years and he has been a good man and a good husband to you, and I know that there's issues within your relationship that has led to the affair, because let's not deceive ourselves, the affairs are symptomatic of a deeper problem. They are not always the cause. And if it's a symptom, like how I don't see why it's fair for a woman to have an affair and for there to be a good reason, but when the man is having an affair just because he's a dog, I don't always buy that. I don't always buy that.
Yeah, most people, I don't want to say most people, but in most cases, they would say that though. They wouldn't, they'd be, I don't know, maybe they look at it as maybe like the female's more emotional, so there'd be an emotional reason.
No, the difference with us women, unless the woman is a bit loose, for want of a better expression, for a woman, I have to be a bit diplomatic here, unless the woman is a little bit loose in terms of morals, for a respectable woman to end up having an affair, then you've pushed her. Then things have gone down. And all I'm saying is that as a third person, you don't know what's gone on in somebody's marriage. You don't know. I mean, there's things here there's very good examples that I have that I don't want to break people's confidences by using them as an example. It wouldn't be appropriate, but I'm telling you, there are times where you understand why it's happened. Understanding a situation and agreeing with it are two different things.
Two different things. I'm not saying understand it. You don't have to agree with it, but
because
some people
exactly, because some people can be quite twisted. They'll watch it and say that, oh, Dilys is actually promoting people having extramarital affairs. No.
Just watch the video again.
Watch it. Rewind. So I think it's really important to have your friend understand the kind of person that you are and what you stand for. Most of the time, I always say that when it comes to relationships, you have to, it's not about who's right, it's about bringing peace into the person's home. So if I know that I am able to... I mean, like, one friend asked me, so, Dilys, are you telling me that if you had the spare keys to my house and you went home and you saw my husband, you walked in on my husband with another woman, you wouldn't tell me? And we laughed about it, and I said, I wouldn't need to tell you. Because by the time you come home, your house is scattered. You will be dialing either one or three emergency services: police, ambulance, and what's the other one?
Fire brigade.
There's police, ambulance, and fire brigade. There is no way I would be privy to, I would walk in on you, because for me, you've taken this to a whole level of disrespect.
Liberty.
And
liberty.
I would respond like if that were me.
What?
You understand? So it just wouldn't be right. So as far as I'm concerned, there are good reasons as to why you would tell somebody. There are good reasons why I guess you wouldn't. But I just know as a blanket rule, my first instinct is not to pick up my phone and tell my friend, I saw your husband here. Nah. It's just not me. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'm not doing it.
If I see, like, let's say, like I said, we're in a restaurant or whatever, and I see my guys having a whale of a time, sitting there holding hands, skipping from here to there, all swapping drinks, and now you're taking a mick. Like,
but you were saying, you said something about a generational something.
Oh,
and it was a good point actually. I thought.
So what you're saying, going back to the whole like marriage and things like that. What I was saying is like with the generation and the whole factors issue, like your generation.
The older generation.
I didn't see that. We have that clearly on camera.
Oh, the camera will be switched off. Nobody can save you there.
Oh. But I mean, like, so for example, like your generation, yeah, you have more factors to consider because you'd have additional like responsibilities. Plus, you lot are older as well. So there's certain principles and morals that you've obviously grown with.
Really?
Not
if you watched my last two videos, but yeah, moving swiftly on. Go on.
Whoa, shots fired. But so for example, so your generation, there's certain things that's been installed in you that you've grown with. And then obviously as you've grown older, you have those principles and those morals, etc. Now, like you said, so if somebody was coming to tell your friend, yeah, so your husband or your wife cheating, etc., that's a fact you have to consider in itself because that's marriage. And like I think if you said like with children as well,
yeah, exactly.
So there's more things to consider than you just going there, boom, saying it. And then for our generation, we're not married, as far as I'm concerned. Like
your group of friends, I get what you mean.
We're not married. So mum's friends would be married, or there would be like a serious relationship. What a relationship is actually about. Whereas in our generation, it's just a title given just to give a person a peace of mind. Oh, what are we doing? You're my girlfriend. Oh, okay, fine. The same values of what a relationship is about, the same morals and principles, aren't necessarily installed in our generation. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not. It's not. I mean, there's a very rare few of my friends, or a very rare few people in my generation that actually know what a relationship is about. Because I don't. Maybe they'll look at their mum, their dad, their father's relationship, their mother's relationship, their parents' relationships, or maybe like even their grandma's relationships. Like I can look at you and dad, or I can look at Nana and Granddad. As cheesy as those two are, like shoot them. I can look at them and be like, right, swear that
married over 50 years and still holding hands. In fact,
proper.
Do you know? I didn't tell you, Granddad. It was Nana's birthday. 31st of December. Granddad told Nana to dress up really nice. That he was taking her somewhere. He took her to this hotel. Had them lay dinner out for her. My dad is 80 years of age. Had them lay dinner out for Nana. Yeah. Had people play music in the back. Your granddad's got major swag.
I already said this.
Major swag.
This face here, if you're gonna go on the page and whatnot, and if you do get the chance to be my mum's friend on Facebook, you will see our family and Nana and Granddad. I want to be my granddad when I'm older. That guy is 80.
He's got
80 with 100% swag.
And my mum called us and she's like, oh, this is what your dad did for me. So for me, I'm not being funny. So let's take Nana and Granddad. I mean, Granddad's too old to go and have a girlfriend. But let's say,
he's like a handsome guy.
No, he's handsome, of course, because I look exactly like him. No, but on a serious note, let's say I'm not Granddad's daughter, and I see a marriage, like Nana's and Granddad's, and I see Granddad somewhere where he should not be. Would I go and tell Nana. That's what I'm saying. It's that mental picture that I've had in my head. So for me, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying that Omar is wrong because he's adamant I will go and tell my friend.
But there are factors to consider.
But there are factors to consider, and I want to hear what people have to say. What other factors that you would consider? Because some people, I have certain friends that they don't care what my stand is on this. Under no circumstances is it remotely acceptable not to tell them. They are not having it, and it could very easily break the friendship. But hey,
but
it is what it is. So yeah, that's our take on it. So
I think it's quite funny still.
well, not when your neck is on the line. So thank you very much once again for watching. Don't forget to go onto the fan page, post your questions. At some point we are going to have like a live kind of debate where you can post your questions on Facebook, and it'll be very interactive. So, yeah, so that's going to be happening. So I just want to thank you once again for watching. Air your views. Not quite sure what the next topic is going to be as yet. Still a few things in the pipeline. But thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the company of Omar. I don't have a choice. So thank you very much for watching. Take care. Thanks. Bye. Share, like, the works.